Hello family, grace to you. Once again, this is Greg coming to you from FaithsMessenger.com. The title of today's message is Resting in Your Kingdom Citizenship. Resting in Your Kingdom Citizenship. When I was in middle school, it had to be around 7th or 8th grade, I suppose. I tried out for Pop Warner football. And I remember it vividly because it was one of the most stressful periods of time in my life. I had to impress the coach, and those who didn't impress the coach got cut from the team. And even after you made the team, unless you impressed the coaches, you wouldn't play a lot of minutes in the game. So I went on from there and I went into high school, same scenario. I went out for the basketball team. I had to impress the coach enough to make the team, and then after making the team, I had to impress the coach in order to get my minutes in the game. I graduated high school and I went on to employment. Same scenario. I had to impress my employer if I wanted the job. Life sometimes can be a series of attempts at pleasing someone or satisfying someone in order to get results. And I believe that psychologically we can build that same mentality and bring that same mentality with us over into the kingdom of God. We put pressure on ourselves. We want to be pleasing to God. We want to be perfect. We want to at least strive toward perfection. We're told to strive toward perfection. Now, striving toward perfection in and of itself is not a bad thing. The bad thing is when we beat ourselves over the head when we miss the mark, which we will continually miss the mark. I miss the mark on a daily basis. But living under the constant pressure to do the right thing, to say the right thing, to be the right person, to be Christ, the embodiment of Christ, and then failing, going into the game knowing that these goals, these lofty goals are unattainable. We can somehow go back to that old high school mentality or go back to that old Pop Warner mentality and have a cloud of guilt over our heads because we failed God once again. So I want to encourage you today, if you're dragging that mentality around, to rest in your kingdom citizenship. God knows your heart. He knows what's inside of you. He knows what you're attempting to do. He knows what you're attempting to cut out of your life. And He can use you even in your state of imperfection. Allow God to use you free of the guilt cloud that you may be carrying around with you. Once again, He knows your heart. There's no need for us to live under a cloud of guilt. And once you know that, Lord, I'm doing my best, I'm trusting You with my abilities, I will make mistakes. Please pardon me when I do make those mistakes. You can breathe a sigh of relief and know that you are pleasing in His sight even in your state of imperfection. Acknowledge the fact that you are an imperfect vessel to yourself. You don't have to acknowledge it to God. He knows that about you already. Acknowledge to yourself that you are an imperfect vessel. Cut yourself some slack. Slide out from under that cloud of guilt. Avail yourself to be used of God and breathe that sigh of relief, knowing that the love that He has for you is secure. So I want to leave you with that today. And I'd like to invite those of you who haven't done so already to join us on our YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button on your screen. By doing so, you'll receive notifications when new messages such as this one are posted. And I'd like to speak to any fellow Christian YouTubers out there. If you are a fellow Christian YouTuber, I would encourage you and invite you to join us in our community located at micro-ministries.com. Now, that community was created solely to help drive traffic to your Christian YouTube channel. God has given you a word, and that word needs to be seen and heard by the masses. So what we do is we offer support, training, encouragement, anything that we can possibly do to help drive traffic to your Christian YouTube channel. So once again, that address is micro-ministries.com. Now that is a private community, so you'll need an invitation. What you'll need to do is send me an email message at FaithsMessenger@gmail.com FaithsMessenger.com. And please paste the URL to your Christian YouTube channel in that message, and I'll get that invitation right over to you. And last but not least, I would like to invite those of you who haven't joined us already to join us on our blog at FaithsMessenger.com. We currently have a total of over 550 individual blog posts on the blog, which cover a myriad of different topics, real life, everyday topics that each and every one of us has to deal with. So once again, that address is FaithsMessenger.com. So with all that's been said today, I'd like to leave you with a question. And this question can be applied to anything you may be going through today in life. That question is, I'd like for you to ask yourself, is anything impossible with God? Have a great day, family. I love you, and I'll talk to you later.